What's going on, great people? Just here because I've been wanting to do a little rant or a little something about what's going on. Not off the basics y'all trying to do it on, because I'm different. I already knew this fuck shit was about to pop off. Knowing this shit for years. I knew this shit since like 2012. They've been waiting, trying to figure out how and when they could pull this shit off. Um, we are the enemy. We are the devil to these people. We are Satan. We are the monsters in these movies that they make. We have been everything that they've ever been afraid of and more. But the fact that they're only afraid of us because we're great, because we've been made special. We've been made melanated. Melanin has so many different names. Melanin is only the name that was basically put forth in, was that the late 1950s, and they continued to do research on them until they understood about melatonin, until they understood that melanin is the body's wonder drug. They got a whole book about it. We shouldn't even be taking melatonin because our bodies naturally produce those things. But when they give us these foods, the the um, the water, the juice, all these different things that we love, that's attacking our bodies, that's allowing our bodies to attack itself. What's going on right now is nothing surprising. It's waking up a lot of people, but there's levels to awareness. You can be aware right now of what's going on, but there's levels. Like, not no basic, oh yeah, that's it. Nah, it's off some higher octave shit. Like, these motherfuckers are trying to attack us through the spiritual levels. It's a spiritual war. It's not no physical war. It's why you see everybody down there and they're going through things. Notice fear, anger, grief, all these things are something that they can harness energy. We're marching in different places, and they're not backing down just as much as we shouldn't back down. I give kudos to you guys if you're trying to motherfucking march or you out there on the front lines. I've done it before. I'm not saying I don't see any purpose of changing or, doing that to go down there, but that's just not me. I'm trying to educate people on the higher octaves of this shit. We can go down there and fight, but these motherfuckers are prepared. They have everything to go to war with us. We have to go to war with them spiritually, in the sense of, like, if it's supposed to rain tomorrow, this is what you do. You imagine. I'm talking about like 100% rain. I know it's not going to rain tomorrow, but in the future, imagine that a big beam of light is shooting up through the clouds in your head, and have these black beetles eat up the clouds. And make sure when they're eating up the clouds, you can see the sun shining through eventually until the clouds are all eaten up and it's sunny. It's called visualization. They practice visualization because they take all of the stuff that our ancestors have taught us, and they went around and told us what our ancestors were doing was evil. Little did we know, they're the evil people, and our ancestors only there to give us things to protect us because they have a connection to the universe. Our first issue is here as Americans. I was born in Jamaica, but Jamaica is located in America, not the United States of America, because that's a corporation. We live in a corporation. If you want to look that up too, the last time that corporation had some issues was 2012 when they were bankrupt in Puerto Rico and Barack was trying to save us. And before that, the last time it was bankrupt was through in 1913. That was done by Noble Drew Ali, creator of the Moorish Science Center. That's out there in New Jersey. Happened to be before I moved to the state of Maryland, I lived in New Jersey. And New Jersey is a very spiritual place. Not the most spiritual place in America. That's in Atlanta, named after Atlantis. These are things that y'all need to know. Philadelphia is the true capital of this country. Washington, D.C. is just a district of Columbia. Columbia is Europa. That is a black queen that was given the name for Europe, Europa. And DC is a district of Europa, District of Columbia. Just like when you ever seen Columbia pictures with the woman holding up the light and the stars going over her. This is shit that I study. I know most of y'all don't even want to look in or decide to look that shit up, but man, this shit is some true shit. The word continent is a large mass of water. I'm sorry, a large land. The word continent is a large landmass that's separated by a large mass of water. If you look up North America, Central America, South America, what separates North America from South America? Nothing. So technically, I'm American. Canada is America. The United States Corporation is America. Mexico, Guatemala. So you gotta peep this. For you to live in the United States, you must either become a permanent resident or a citizen. But little do you know, the only real citizens are people that are in the military. And if you don't know that, if anyone that's in the military and have left the military, you become what? A civilian. If we're all quote unquote, all these people of this country are quote unquote citizens, why would there be a difference between who is a civilian and who's a citizen? They should be the same, because if I pay my taxes or believe that I'm a part of this nation, then I should automatically be a citizen. But no, it don't work like that. When you're stealing people's land, you make up rules to make you be the owner of that land. It's like, I'll give you an example. You have your house, you live in your house, you're enjoying yourself, and then you invite me over. I'm looking through your house, I'm like, all right, I want this shit. I'm gonna call my boys up, we're gonna come through. We're not gonna do anything different. We just gonna move you out your house and charge you rent. Move you downstairs to the basement. Hey, this is my house now. I changed the name of the house. Remember, the victor is always the one who writes history. So if you don't win, you ain't gonna be part of no history. And it comes all 360, all back in a circle, because we've been fighting and fighting since the Dark Ages. I literally just realized that, not literally, but I realized the Dark Ages is a time where the people of color have ruled the world for over 700 years, and they always talk about how bad the Dark Ages was. After the Dark Ages, you get to the Renaissance. The word Renaissance means to renew or to rejuvenate. A lot of our paintings were grown over, specifically like the Mona Lisa. A lot of the musicians that are people of color, like Mozart, Beethoven, which the music those men made was some higher octave music. They literally can unlock all of your chakras with their music. That's why they told you when you're having a child that you put that music into your stomach so your child can be born with that energy. See, we make the best energy of the world. We make all the music. We do everything. We got the writers, we got the artists, we got every possible thing that you can think of. And what they do, they come and they smooth it out. We're rough, but you got to think about it. How many things that you could turn around and see that God has made or the universe has made that is just smooth? The only things that are smooth are things that man has made. You look at trees, you look at mountains, you look at the river, you look at the ocean, you look at the sky. There's always, in a sense, of some form of rigidness. But it's not fair for us to just be simpletons and just having these people just continuously run over us. White supremacy rules majority of the things that we wouldn't even understand. It rules entertainment, it rules sports, it rules labor, it rules law, it rules religion, it rules politics, war, sex. There's none of these things that people of color have been in control of. None of them shits. They take our religions, use our religions against us, tell us that everything we do is evil. We're the enemy. The problem is they're the enemy. And we're sitting back and just having them run all over us. They are the minority. 9/10 of the world is colored. 9/10. We are the majority. But once they learn to divide us, like I said, I'm Jamaican. I got a lot of friends that are from different countries. I got one of my closest friends is from DR. I seen how DR was getting that heat. But you gotta remember, I got friends that are Haitian. I have friends that are Trinidadian. But legitimately, all these people are American because they're all located in the continental America. The word continent again. This is what y'all need to understand. Once they fuck us up with these words and try to make us not be aware of who we are and who's our mother, we're just lost. I'm Jamaican. You're Dominican. We don't like one another. Not saying that we don't. Just as an example. Then we come here to America and people be like, "Oh, nigga, you ain't really black, nigga. You Jamaican. That shit don't." No, yes, it does. We suffer from colorism in our own country. People bleach. We want to become lighter. Everybody on TV ain't dark. Even when I was growing up, to be quite honest, since we were younger, the most attractive people were usually people of lighter skin. I'm not saying that they were truly attractive, but our eyes have taught us that because we've been trained and programmed to look for people to be lighter than us for them to be more attractive. We can't fault that. That's just what we've been born into. We don't know any better until you have to know better. Now that we know any better, we have to do the right steps and the right things to get to where we need to be because we are under attack. They attack our food. We can't even eat. Think about it. Every time you're trying to get a bowl of cereal, most of us is lactose intolerant. Nah, I got it. That cereal was good as shit, but now my stomach hurts. Not even just cereal. Like they're attacking us with sugar because we're addicted to sugar. They attack the water we drink, the air we breathe, the things that they put into our food. Most of that shit is acid or poison. But the fact that we're melanated people and the melanin is so strong in us that our bodies fight it off all the time. But after a while, it actually starts to run out. It's a filter. Melanin is a filter. And one of the reasons why I understood that when I was first started to research melanin, my grandmother, who's still alive and she's a great woman, nurse for almost 33 plus years in Jamaica. She had Parkinson's. And Parkinson's is caused by overuse of melanin. And in that specific area, it's called the stagnia nigra. When it's overused, which also means in Latin the black substance, when it's overused, and it actually is the command center and the reward center And once it's overused, when you tell yourself to go, it won't tell you to go because it's overused. So it's like I'm trying to tell my hand to go, and my hand won't stay still because I have no control over it no more because that filter and that portion of our body has been overexerted. These are the things that we have to research and understand, that we're under attack on some higher octave shit. It's a deep war between the Democrats and the Republicans. That nigga got an elephant. How many times have you ever seen or naturally knew elephants to be in America? You go to South America, there's no elephants there. Central America, there's no elephants there. North America, where the fuck have y'all ever seen an elephant outside the zoo? So why is that their representation of an elephant? And then the Democrats are donkeys. What is a donkey? The donkey is a user. They use donkeys. Donkeys are used. The donkeys, if you ever notice what donkeys are used for, then you would understand what the fuck a Democrat is. And then you understand what the elephant is. We are not a part of their system. We're just used. They don't utilize us. The only time they try to utilize us is in entertainment, sports, movies, anything that you could think of that they can make money off of us. Music. We're just used. In other terms, we don't utilize each other. We use each other because we've been taught by the system to use one another, not utilize each other. Like, it's sad. And I've been really like fucked up off this shit because my head has been trying to understand why we're not getting it. I don't give a fuck about what these people are doing. I'm glad that a lot of people are doing what they have to do, going out there and marching. But don't march just because. Like, understand this is a war we've been in. We've been at war since Isabel and Fernandine defeated the Moors in 1492 on January 2nd. And after that, Columbus, quote unquote, went to sail to find India. We've been at war before that. But when they put that nail in the coffin was that specific day. And ever since then, we've been slaves. And we've been equivalently matching what they're saying in the Bible. Everything. Slavery. Because mass incarceration is also slavery. You can't tell me these men and women that are incarcerated, that are working as if they live in a third world country. Okay, you did a crime, but who said that you're only supposed to work all these hours and receive $2 to $3 in pay, while they're taking taxpayers' money to fund these places? And you telling me these men and women are legitimately slaves too? Some of them for no reason. Some of them locked up because of the system is set to lock them up. Oh, niggas is in there doing years for weed. Like, what? While these people out here making buku bucks. They have weed companies selling on the stock market right now, making $1 million a day. And you telling me a man that was running a block and giving back to the community, locked up for years. Not sure what other transgressions the person have done, maybe killed people or doing all this other shit. I'm not talking about that. Not saying that's right anyways. But the fact that they can do it and we can't also let us know that we ain't got the balls. Like, they the thugs. Everybody be saying like, yeah, nigga got, nah, bro. We pussies. These niggas are organized thugs. Everybody always talking about like, yeah, nigga, you can't go around that neighborhood. We can't either. You think we can just run up in the White House? Nigga, that's a neighborhood. And we are only allowed it to walk on the outside just to look at it. The Queen, where the Queen live at? You only allowed it to walk on the outside. The Vatican, you only allowed it to walk on the outside. They don't let you in their fucking hood. That's their hood. The word neighborhood comes from the Germans when they were locking up the Jews, which are half-breeds. The word gypsy, which if you look up what was going on during World War II, Hitler was killing gypsies, which are half-breeds, Northern Africans, Berber people. And if you look up truly in Germany, Germany has a large population of interracial people, just like most of Europe, because the word continent again. If you can let me know what separates Africa from Asia and Europe, then let me know. Like, honestly, if I'm wrong, let me know. There's nothing that separates Asia from Africa, or Asia from Europe, or Europe from Africa. It's this one continuous continent. But if I'm wrong, y'all can let me know. The word Asia, I like to look shit up. I don't have it on the top of my head right now. You know. But the word Asia means to go out, to rise, in reference to the sun, the land of the sunrise, from the east. Because remember, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. When you wake up in the morning, you always see the sun rising, and you see the sun set in the west. It's the same, it's no difference. It's like geography. Geometry. When we learned about parabolas, hyperbolas, we learned about the X and Y axis, negative and positive. It's legitimately all these things. You have to think on a higher level. I was born 78 degrees west and 18 degrees north. 77 degrees west and 18 degrees north. That's where I was born. That's part of the cage. But if you look it up, there's lines going down the world. Longitude and latitude. Horizontal and vertical lines that they placed on the earth. That's the cage. That's the net. And we legitimately have learned these things in school because we're supposed to. They're going to give us the truth, but they're not going to give us the total truth. It's up to you to understand that truth. And the fact that for us to continue to be mad and upset at what they're doing to us, we're not going to get nowhere. We got to work our magic behind the doors. We got to start meeting with each other, planning things out, thinking things mentally about how we're going to change. First, we must start to love ourselves and love one another. Because a lot of times, we love them more than we love ourselves. And it isn't fair. And there where it goes. Because I can tell y'all all this shit right now, but if the white man ain't say it, it's a problem. It's a fucking problem. And I never understood that. Why is it a problem when we speak something? My life, I've been called a conspiracy theorist or all sorts of wild shit. No conspiracy theories. I read. I don't believe anything anyone tells me. Nothing. Why should I? It's just like when when a woman is dealing with you and she be like, this nigga lying. Or they just have this intuition that know that something ain't right. We need to use our own motherfucking intuition to know something ain't right. That's how powerful they are. There was a virus going around, and nobody, since this protest has been going on, the numbers should have skyrocketed. And I'm just looking at it from a intellectual level. Skyrocketed. We have to look at things as scholars. There's a woman that used to work at Howard University. She was fired. This is like back in 1988. Her name is Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. She wrote the book ISIS Papers. She has a very good lecture. The day she got fired from Howard, she went all the way back to Chicago and broke down, just talking about white supremacy and how it has been affecting us for years. Speaks about Neely Fuller. That actually introduced me to, I got into like Dick Gregory. I'm Jamaican, so I know about Marcus Garvey, J.A. Wright. Nobody really know about J.A. Wright. He was the first one to ever wrote about the 5 black presidents. He was born in St. James, Jamaica, but he came to America to fight. Well, the United States Corporation to fight and help the people of this nation, letting them know that don't let these people play with you. These people have been playing with us long. And look, y'all, we got. I know niggas that be running up in niggas shit, but you can't run up in these motherfuckers shit. We be scared. Police, you be looking at the videos like, yeah, nigga, you want to fight your own peoples, busting them niggas' asses, putting them shits on video. But though I seen a video where they was in like a neighborhood where niggas was fighting, like jumping one another, just busting each other ass. The feds came up, them niggas dispersed. The feds start beating their ass. But if you beating somebody ass and you know you got a chance that you might kill this person and go to jail for the rest of your life, why when the feds come, why you ain't doing that same shit? They place that fear in our hearts. And I ain't telling you that I'm some big bad man that's gonna be like, yeah, man, no, we need to work behind the doors, behind closed doors, putting shit together, organizing, not letting them know what we're trying to do. Multiple places at multiple times. Use our higher octave energy. We are spiritual people. We are the chosen ones. We are the children of the Lord. That's why we're melanated. Your intuitions don't be popping off for no reason. You don't be knowing something about to happen for no reason. We have to use our magic with the K, magic. And I'm not even really like mad. I don't even want to say it to be mad because there's no reason to be mad. It's just because a lot of us is not going to get it. Like, we get it, but you got to get it. Like, we at war. And a lot of these companies have even started to pander us, telling us, blocking out stuff and trying to show, I understand what's going on, and they're trying to play it safe too. But we got to look for, like, actual change and actual difference, something that's going to really make us know that there is something to look forward to outside of waking up every day like, damn, I got to go to work. All we do here in the United States Corporation is work. And when we're not working, we get off work to go to happy hour because what? We want to be happy. That's what it's called happy hour for. But the only way we are happy is to be intoxicated. That is another part of that logic. If we can't truly be happy in our sober minds, then we aren't happy at all. So, and it's really hard because it's really heartbreaking because it's not only here. A lot of us don't even know. A lot of these Central American and South American countries, like Chile, Paraguay, they actually weren't counting their black citizens, and they never have. Mexico is literally just counting their black citizens in the 2020 census. Anything I tell you or you hear on this joint, you can look it up. I ain't gonna tell y'all no bullshit. I'm just really sad and I'm thrown off by this shit because we not going like do what we supposed to do. I'm talking about the right people. People that's not afraid to motherfucking speak up. And it's never that I've been afraid to speak up. It's just that it's like people always questioning the shit that I know. Like, I give somebody a book and tell them like, yo, check this joint out. Or check this thing out. And it's like, I've been called conspiracy, like, I believe the earth is flat. And people look like, oh my God, you're a flat earther. No, my eyes tell me, based off of experience, like getting in the plane. I'm not even going to that. Not even gonna get on that topic. But another thing that lets you know that our actual complexion has nothing to do with this higher, like, war that we're dealing with. There's the word negroid. The word negroid, you can look it up. It actually specifies our skeletal structure. And most people of color, skeletal structure is called Asiatic negroid or negroid. So the people of southeastern Asia and Africa and some parts of South Europe, the North America, Americas like Central, South, and North America, we all share the same skeletal structure, which it has no relativity with the skeletal structure of the people of the Caucasus. Yep. So scientifically, we are the same people. It's just when we have skin based off of melanin, some of us have a higher content of it and some of us have a lower content. Some of us don't have as much as others. But that makes us the same people. Asiatic Negroids. The word, let me give y'all another jump. The word Niger means king. The word Nigeria means queen. In all foreign languages, O is masculine, A is feminine. Most countries are named after feminine names. America, that's a feminine name. Understand the difference, the polarities, masculinity, femininity. The food we eat is all feminine because cows are women, chickens, goats. What other foods we eat? Pigs. Majority of the foods that we eat as a country, as a nation, as a world, it's the woman of the animal. Like we love oxtail in Jamaica. Oxtail is the tail of the bull. That makes it a male. So, but it's not very much that we eat male counterparts of the animal. The majority of the food that this world has provided for us is the women version of that animal. If I'm lying, you can look it up, because there's no male chickens. Those are roosters. Because male chickens can't lay eggs. But these are the ways we have to start thinking. Like, they give us something and we just take it. Like, nah. I question everything. Why not? And I don't believe that someone's good because they're black. Nah. I'm a foreigner, and I know a lot of people love Barack. That man deported more foreigners than any other president in history. But that's for another day, because I don't believe none of these motherfuckers, all 45 of them, they can suck a dick backwards. Because they ain't doing nothing for us. Their agenda is higher than us. Their agenda is the Pope. The Pope is the ruler. The Pope. Look up Unum Sanctum. You could tell me what a president has done. Shit. All these motherfuckers are trash. And then they give us movies about what trash shit these presidents do to us. Fucking war on drugs. There's a movie called American Made that stars Tom Cruise. It literally tells you how they brought the crack epidemic into America. How they brought the guns to Central America to create El Chapo. How to create all these men and women that literally became killers to destroy their countries, their villages. Even when they wanted to go to catch dudders in Jamaica. You don't pay attention to those things. These men and women are working for them. They are agents. All these people that we think that are like these bad men and bad, nah, they work for that. They work for them. Why do you think they can escape and then they can recatch them? Like, the fuck? We're not. We're not even like looking at the bigger picture. I like to look at the bigger picture, like what they're trying to do. They're trying to eliminate us off of every aspect. They don't make good cars because the cars are made for us to crash. They affect our food. They make us do sports like football. We run into each other like cars. Like it's like bumper cars. Like, as much as I love football, you really watch it. It's like bumper cars. You're running into another person full speed with a helmet on. Crash dummy. But what I'm getting at is for us to change, for us to look at life from a different perspective, for us to wake up, for us to do research, for us to read, for us to find out where we came from. And I'm not talking about these 23andMe's. Those are data collectors. Of course, you can always. I don't trust those either, because none of them are black owned. These things, they study you. They study your lineage. They study how to attack you based on where you're from. I know certain foods affect certain peoples from certain areas. Most people from foreign countries, the women suffer from, what's that, in Jamaica, overweight, and the men, high blood pressure, um, heart disease, obesity. The saddest part is not even just Jamaica. The saddest part is that these places can grow food all year round. It's paradise. Anytime you're born in the tropics, you're born in paradise. But if you look at who's at war and who is the enemy, it's always the people in paradise, from the Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Capricorn. And if you are from any of those countries within those 23.5 degree mark north to the 23.5 degree mark south, give me one country that has yet to ever have not be affected by one of these Caucasian ass countries. I'm not saying all white people are bad. I'm not saying all white people are good. But from what I know, they ain't do shit for me yet. I'm just saying. But open my eyes up to the bullshit that I've been seeing, and it's just sad, man. And I want to like start sharing like things with people, and I'm hoping I'm hoping that when I do, that people are open to it, that they're available to some of the words and the things that I'm trying to pass along, because man, this shit is sad, man. I'm really just baffled at what's going on. Like, not what's going on, but like how it's going on, how it's presenting itself, how it's really presenting itself, man. Because we're at war, and I always got my stones on. I got some protection stones that I'm trying to some hematite, some um, black agate, some black jasper. I got black tourmaline. I got tiger's eye. All the things that you need to protect yourself, because they study stones, they study herbs, they study the sky, they study the land. They got different names for all of the studies that they do. I study a lot of shit too. I'm still trying to figure out where to start at times, but I've been all week. This has been on my head, and I've been trying to figure out how to get it out. We gotta go about this so much differently, man. They control everything. I probably try to post this. They probably won't even let it go through. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna save it on my phone. Everything that we own, our phones, the schools that we go to, the places that we eat, the malls, the houses, the way they build houses. Like, look at these new apartments. It's just as wood. It's just catch on fire, man. That whole building gone. They don't make things. They're trying to just pile us all into one place. Now all of a sudden they're telling people, oh yeah, you don't need to go to college. Like, imagine like millions of people that have gone to college that wanted to get a college degree, and you're telling them now that, well, you don't really need a college degree anymore. So I just spent all this money on going to school for nothing. And these are the things that we gotta realize. Like, how the fuck are y'all playing with us like this? You know for a fact that you don't have to be in college to be a scholar. You don't have to. You don't have to go to college to be a millionaire. You just gotta know the right people. We all know the right people. We have to come to our senses to utilize each other. Stop using one another and utilize each other. Like, if you know somebody that's a lawyer, you know somebody that's a doctor, you know somebody that's so on and so forth, like, why aren't we utilizing each other? One of the other things I used to get mad at, because I went to a black university in West Virginia. Yes, West Virginia. I used to always think, like, man, damn, all the best, like, athletes, they only go to white schools. Like, Alabama is a racist ass school, but these motherfuckers get the best athletes every year. Of course, they're gonna have the best facility. They're gonna make sure you're good. They're gonna take care of you. They're gonna take care of all the basics that you need, but not the people around you. Because you can listen to the stories of athletes that go to these white schools that, if you ain't showing up, you the enemy. Nigga, are we trying to win championships? Is a championship way more important than you being a black man or a black woman? Or a colored man or a colored woman? No. It isn't fair that we gotta go through all these things and deal with all these attacks from every friggin' level. Dogs have more rights than us. And if somebody won't challenge me on that, there's more dog parks than places for people to sleep. Dogs have more rights than us. Dogs. Let it be dogs out there marching. Bring y'all dogs to march with y'all. I bet you they'll change. They love dogs. We starting to love dogs more than we love other people. Fucking every corner you look at in DC is a dog park. The fuck? Don't you think children want to play in the park too? The whole gist is to have you not have children and you have animals, and it's like, why do I have to sacrifice myself and to be a good man or a woman and literally learning to not have children, to have pets and dogs? That's why there's so many fucking dog parks everywhere you go. No offense to you who are dog lovers, but there shouldn't be more dog parks than regular parks for children. And that's facts. Go to DC. Everywhere you're turning, they knocking down a park. Or not even just DC. You can go to all the major cities up and down the East Coast. I don't know about the West and Midwest because I haven't been there. But you go up and down the East Coast, the motherfuckers is shutting down regular parks to make dog parks. Another question is, We gotta use our sense. Understand, we all know where the Middle East is located, but no one knows where the Middle West is located. Uh, we do. It's located here. It's called the Midwest. What's short for mid? Middle. I mean, mid is short for middle. The Middle West is located here, just like we have the West Indies. When Christopher Columbus, little weird ass, which was never really a person, it was just the name of the time period. When that time period was going on, when the pirates were doing all their work for Isabel and Fernandine, exactly, a time period where they so-called say they went around the Americas and claimed the Americas between Spain and Portugal. That's why Portugal has Brazil, which if most Brazilians would consider themselves to be of color, it would be the largest colored nation in the world. But the largest colored nation in the world is Nigeria, the queen. Uh, if if we not from Naga, we from Saba, and Saba means seven. Saba is Sheba. Sheba, we get Sabbath. Sabbath, you get Sabado. Satan, Saturday, Satan's day. Today's Saturday. The seven. Seven is the number of completion. I'm not, everything I said, it might seem like I'm jumping from different places, but everything is all in a sense of relativity to what we're at war against. We're at war against some higher octave spiritual enemies that rule the physical world. The physical world is under attack. It has been under attack. And we are not ones of the physical world. We are the children of God. We are the fallen angels. We've fallen from grace. Our mothers, which is the closest things to God, our mother, because we all share the same birthmark. Your navel. Your navel is your birthmark. It's the only birthmark you have. Fuck all these other little dots and spots on your body. Your navel. If somebody ain't got no navel, that nigga's a clone. But you'd be surprised who's clones, because they've been able to make perfect clones from the 60s. There you go, conspiracy theory. Now, I mean, what about you read? They got movies, they got shows about all these things. Anything that we see them put in Hollywood, which is an agency, which is another portion of the government, entertainment, they give us whatever they want. But what I'm trying to leave y'all with this today is that research, question everything, look up the origin of things, look up where things come from. Wonder why we at war with each other. Why, the only reason why men and women of color only like each other is only for sexual reasons. We don't have the capacity to stay with each other long enough to know how to really care for one another. Once you exerted all your sexual energy with a person, they're gone. Man or woman is like, oh yeah, it was nice, but they ain't do something for me. It's like we don't have the patience for each other. So how will we ever have the patience to battle the fucking whole government? We must first love ourselves and love our brothers and sisters, and then we can go after the people that we're at war with. They know we don't like each other because they set it up that way. So that's why they just relaxing. They're doing all these little things. They're parenting each other. We're finding out all these companies that support Donald Trump. But what about these companies that support Joe Biden? Joe Biden is a rapist. He has fondled women. He have treated women badly. I mean, I'm not out here like trying to pander for for Bill Cosby, but Bill Cosby's in jail for touching women. Like, women literally have come out and said Joe Biden has. This is our problem. You can't choose between the lesser of two evils. It's like jump in that lava or jump in that lava over there. So you're like, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die a good way. Both ways are bad. So it's like, unless we get the balls to go in a different direction or just destroy this structure, we're going to keep going in the same fucking cycle. Pay attention to the planets. Uranus is in Taurus. Taurus is the ruler of structure, possessions I have, and Uranus is the destroyer. It destroys what is in. So it's being destroyed. The structure that we've been living in is being destroyed, and that's going to happen for the next 6 years. So a lot of things are just going to be, things are changing. Can't stop it. It's universal, and it needs to happen. Learn your planets. Learn that every day of the week is named after a planet. Tomorrow is the sun, Moon Day. Mars Day is Tuesday. Mercury Day is Wednesday. Jupiter Day is Thursday. Venus Day is Friday. Saturn Day is Saturday. The 7 days. There's only 7 days in the week. There's only 7 days in a month. And there's only 7 days in a year. Like I said, if I'm wrong, just let me know. But I'm just going to give y'all a little straight facts. We live the same continuous 7 days over and over. They know that. We don't know these things. I'm going to continue to try to do more videos and help school. I'm learning. A lot of the people I've learned from, Bobby Hammett, I've learned from Dick Gregory, Dr. Francis Cress Welsing, Santos Bonacci. I like to listen to a lot of old lectures, like shit from the past, because it's like you have to go into the past to prepare for the present. And a lot of the things that I'm telling y'all is shit that I've heard and I've read. I have books. Melanin, The Body's Wonder Drug, really good book. I have so many books that I can legitimately tell y'all about, but that's not even what I have so much going on in my head right now. I just don't even know where. I don't even want to. I'm already 52 minutes in, and I don't even know what. It was supposed to be only like a 10-minute thing, but it has so much, and I'm not even done. But I'm just gonna just give y'all this little snippet. But we need to get our shit together. We need to help one another, utilize each other instead of using one another, and not allow them to control us. We need to have the right energy, approach life with compassion, unconditional love for each other. You can't love someone else without first loving yourself. But then we can't love the enemy more than we love our friends and family. You gotta love yourself, then you gotta love those around you. So that's where we gotta first start, is loving each other, loving ourselves. Because the enemy don't give a fuck about us. So I'm gonna say, from my heart to yours, I love you. And we ain't in this alone. We gonna fight this. We gonna battle it out. We gonna try to figure out how to approach this thing from a different perspective and not have the enemy bust our ass like the enemy has been doing. And just look out for more videos from me. I'm gonna start just laying shit out, just giving it to y'all. So yeah, bless.